Axios is reporting that Trump's January 6 pardons were a last-minute decision. His team was reportedly wrestling with how to handle them. But according to one advisor, Trump said, quote, "F it, release them all." Your response?
Well, Jim, as always, it's good to be on here for my weekly beating from you all at CNN. Show me the tapes of these individuals beating police officers.
We're showing it right now.
Okay, setting aside the cavalier nature with which Trump took to pardoning 1,500, some of whom were violent insurrectionists, GOP Representative Tim Burchett went on Jim Acosta's show on CNN today to defend Donald Trump's blanket pardon of said insurrectionists, no matter how violent or anti-American they were.
They didn't all storm the Capitol. None of them were armed.
Well, some were armed.
Who?
This guy with a gun outside the Capitol, should he be pardoned?
Did he shoot the gun? Is that a real gun or is that a fake gun?
He shot the gun up in the air, yes.
Yes.
He should be pardoned.
Yes.
Because?
Yeah, I think he should be pardoned.
Why?
And this interview quickly went way off the rails as Representative Burchett spun so far out of control that Jim Acosta had to give him a little smackdown, or as Tucker Carlson would say,
there has to be a point at which Dad comes home. And when Dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now.
and remind the Republican that he was not, in fact, on the faux news propaganda network. That's almost a direct quote.
What you're saying, this is not Fox, Congressman. You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes.
And it is just such a spectacle to behold, so I've edited down the interview to the most choice moments for your viewing pleasure. And if you enjoy seeing someone on the mainstream media actually give Republicans a cold hard knock to the teeth back to reality, consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing, and supporting the work we do here at Really American. And without further ado, let's get into it.
But you got to realize, too, they're charged under federal law. Many of them never even saw their day in court and were sitting in a jail cell. So the whole thing is
Congressman,
bad news. But you also
Congressman, I asked you a yes or no question. Do you agree with President Trump's decision to pardon these violent people and releasing them from jail?
If they were truly violent, no. But do I know that they were? I don't know that.
What do you mean you don't know that? We're showing the footage on the air right now. Congressman, you were there that day. There are offenders on January 6th who violently beat police officers. There are offenders who are convicted of seditious conspiracy. That is the truth.
This is a political world, Jim, and I don't remember you all on CNN condemning Joe Biden for commuting the sentences of murderers and child molesters, which he did. And you all
Congressman, I'm not asking you about that. Congressman, we talked about Joe Biden's pardons.
You never do, Jim.
Congressman, we did talk about it. We talked about Joe Biden's pardons.
Oh, Jim, you did not. You all read your report from the Democrat National Committee, as you always do.
That is absolutely false. Congressman, are you going to respond and say whether or not it is right to let these people out of jail?
I don't know if it is or not. I'm not a lawyer, but I'll tell you what isn't right.
You're a congressman. You're a member of Congress. You're an elected official. Take a stand.
They were not given.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer is the most foghorn leghorn-ass bullshit response I think I've heard to date from a Republican representative.
I told you if they crossed the line, they were trespassers. Should they rot in jail for the rest of their lives in a federal penitentiary and never be charged?
Beating police officer, tasing police officers. It's conspiracy.
What you're forgetting to say is the ones that he didn't release. Why did he not release those? There are several that he did. This blanket thing you're all talking about is not a blanket. It's not a blanket pardon. There were several that he didn't.
What reality is this? Trump's blanket January 6th pardon stuns Republicans on Capitol Hill. F it. Release them all. Quote, Donald Trump.
Congressman, we're talking about the leader of the Oath Keepers, the leader of the Proud Boys. They should be released from prison?
What about the leader of the FBI? What about the FBI agents that were on the grounds, that were in that mess?
Congressman,
that were helping
the leader of the
orchestrate
FBI was not rioting at the Capitol that day and beating up police officers. Whatever happened to Back the Blue? I want to show this. The Fraternal Order of Police, another police organization out there, the International Organization of Police Chiefs. If we can show that up on screen, that would be great. They both say that what President Trump did is wrong. They're deeply discouraged by these pardons.
If they broke the law, they ought to be in jail.
Okay,
you spring this stuff on me. I don't know. I haven't seen the tapes of these individuals of what they did.
What happened to Back the Blue?
This is ridiculous that they're not defending law enforcement, the party of rule and law and stuff. But for him to say, I don't know, I haven't seen the tapes, are you kidding me? He sounds like a street maggot.
Maybe the media that I'm following is not showing these.
What?
It could be.
It could be. What media do you follow?
All conservative.
Your party
know,
has said time and again, we back the blue. It sounds like you let down the blue. You're betraying the blue.
Jim, why don't you just give an editorial and not let me come on? Police officers were murdered. Courthouses were burned. Over 22 police cars were burned. Yet no one went to jail for that. Where's your crocodile tears for that? No,
Congressman,
you're not addressing the facts.
You're engaging in a game of whataboutism. People were obviously prosecuted after those
every
rights.
Day. Every day, all you've done is
what we're doing at CNN. We didn't storm the Capitol. These people did, and President Trump let them out of jail. Why not just say, you were wrong, Mr. President? Say it. Why can't you say it?
Jim, as I said, individually, I don't know the case, but on several he did not release from jail. Why are you not putting the story out on that and saying it's a blanket? Show me the tapes of these individuals beating police officers.
We're showing it right now.
Of those
Congressman, you're
individuals
saying, I'll be happy to go to your office and show you the footage
You are not,
of
Jim.
these
You're
people
showing,
beating police officers.
I've seen the footage. I've seen that footage, but of those individuals, Jim,
Congressman, I spoke with
the
the ex-wife of Stuart Rhodes, the leader of the Oath Keepers. This is what she told me just a few moments ago. Let's listen to this.
I'm worried. I am worried. I also worry about his followers. They're a bit unhinged, and he does seem to be regathering and regrouping his army, right now.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well when the wife of the leader of the Proud Boys is talking about Donald Trump like he's friggin' Voldemort.
This was a political thing from the start. It was a bad day in America. If they crossed the lines,
it's not a political thing. It's not a political thing.
Jim,
Congressman, they broke the law.
It's
not all
political.
political. There's such a thing as right and wrong and law and order. And Congressman, your party has said, we back the blue. And I just want to ask you, if any of these people who were released from prison, if any of them commit crimes in the future, should Donald Trump take personal responsibility for that?
No more than Joe Biden should take personal responsibility for the 14 million people, for Laken Riley losing her life because he didn't have enough guts to enforce the law.
I'm not talking about Joe Biden.
Americans.
If Joe Biden pardons people and they reoffend, he's obviously responsible for that. I'm asking you. Why can't members of your party just tell the president when he's wrong?
We had riots where towns were burning down, and they were allowed to do it. They were allowed to do it, and you all did not. Come on, Jim.
All day
you gave
long.
it the bare modicum of coverage, and then you went on to trashing Trump or some conservative cause.
I was at the White House covering the first Trump administration when they had rioting outside of the White House. I mean, that was covered on CNN. What you're saying, this is not Fox, Congressman. You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes.
Yeah.
This is CNN. This is the news. We are asking you to come on and tell the truth.
And that's why more people are watching the Cartoon Network SpongeBob reruns right now, Jim.
First of all, you dumb face, SpongeBob runs on Nickelodeon. And look, I am glad that Jim Acosta did what he did and said what he said and gave this guy an absolute smackdown. But what the hell is that from an elected representative? I mean, I shouldn't even be surprised anymore. This is what we have to deal with moving forward and have had to deal with for a while now. Republicans are utterly shameless. And the level of whataboutism, it's like talking to a damn toddler. Sorry, no disrespect to toddlers. So again, this is the media landscape we are dealing with. And thankfully, Jim Acosta did a good job of shutting him down and telling him the facts and saying, this isn't Fox News. But so many other platforms just allow these Republicans to go on and spew this stuff. And conservative media has become more massive than ever. And for younger viewing audiences as well. And that is why I cannot stress to you enough that the work that we're doing here as independent media, where we can actually talk about this and point out how stupid it is and make fun of these morons, I would argue that is more important than ever right now. So if you agree and you care about reality, please consider dropping a like, sharing this video, subscribing to the channel, and by all means, let me know your comments and preferably your insults for that Republican down in those comments below. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and if we still have a country in the next few months, I'll be here to see you guys in the next one.